Welcome everyone here for the press conference after the fourth game of the Sports Men's Volleyball Championships. The number 3 Trinity Western Spartans take down the number 6 Montreal. First and foremost, congratulations on the win. And guys, it was a hard-fought 3-set win tonight. Were you expecting that much resilience from Montreal?
Yeah, 100%. I think that was one thing we expected going into this match, is that Montreal team wasn't going to go away. I thought that third set was a perfect example of that. Even when we were playing pretty clean and coming off of a really, efficient second set, we knew that Montreal team wasn't going away. And that third set kind of showed that with how they came, out.
Same thing from the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say absolutely.
Fair enough, Streimer. Congratulations on your first ever Nationals win as head coach. You won a national championship here as an athlete, got second another time. Is it any different getting one as a coach?
Yeah, very different. Haven't done that yet though. So.
You got the win.
Oh, the win.
Yeah.
Oh, the win. Oh, the match. Yeah, very different. Obviously, it's a lot different from a coaching perspective. Definitely makes things easier when you got these two guys on your side though. So, that's it.
Matthias, a pretty spread offense tonight. 16 kills for Ofer, 13 kills for Jesse, another 13 for Rempel. Was that kind of the game plan going in, just spread out a little bit?
Yeah, we knew we had an advantage kind of in the middle third, so pipe balls and middle balls. And then you can trust all three of those guys to tee off any day of the week. So, I just try to put them in a good spot and they perform.
What's up with the digs on you guys tonight? 39 digs as opposed to only 26 for Montreal coming in. I would have thought that Montreal's defense would have outplayed you guys, but you guys seem to be getting a lot of balls up.
Yeah, I think I brought that up in the pre-media meetings. I said this is a different type of Spartan team where we thrive in those long rallies and the randomness in transition, and I think tonight was a good debut of that.
Do you think this is some of the best volleyball you've played, or do you think that there's still a little to be gained kind of in the next few days of these tournaments?
Yeah, sorry, just following up on that point, one of our game keys on our defensive side was match their scrap and just engage in long rallies. So that's awesome to see that we have more digs in them, because that's something we talked about. It's just those Montreal teams are hard to play against, and one way we thought we could, neutralize one of their strengths is just match their defensive intensity, and out-digging them showed that we did that. So that was exciting to see. Sorry, I know you had another question there. I kind of ignored that one. What was that, Eric?
Oh yeah, well, how do you guys feel that you guys are you playing some of your best volleyball right now, or is there still some other things to be attained in the next couple of matches now that you know that you got at least 2 more, you'll be playing for a medal no matter what color it is on Sunday?
I would say at this point in the season, pretty much all we care about is wins. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to go back and watch our video and see where we can improve. And I think we do have more in us. I think there's no such thing as a perfect volleyball game. So, we go and we break it down and we see what we need to do better for tomorrow. But at this point, we're happy with the win, kind of no matter how it comes.
And then Michael from 49 Sports. I guess this question is for both players, I guess. You're having, been to national finals last year against Alberta. Here's kind of what maybe you guys learned or took from that experience that's helped you throughout this season and even this nationals.
I think the lesson that was the most apparent to me after that finals is that you need a whole team to win the national final. It definitely takes some big players in special moments to step in, but you need every player playing at their best in that national final.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree, and I would say it's so difficult to win that it does require everyone on the team doing their job. Not everyone has to have their best game, but we just need to play together and show some really tough grit.
And then a question for you, Coach, in terms of, as Everett was just alluding to about kind of, you said your experience as a player, nationals and stuff. I'm curious, now that you're in that position as a coach, kind of, what kind of insight or advice do you kind of give your players about kind of having been in that spot before?
Yeah, I think one thing we've talked about is that if you're in these matches, you've earned the right to be here. And for that reason, you got to trust your training, because we're playing at a level high enough that we deserve to be here. And that's kind of the message going into this week, and that's what we talked about before the game is we're playing at a high enough level We trained at a high enough level for 5-6 months that we deserve to be here. So I think it's just giving them that trust and then peace of mind to know that they've done everything they can to be in this spot, and for that reason, just kind of have that freedom to go out there and play well because they've earned that. Yeah, Henry was a beast. Yeah, in all phases. I thought that was the most consistent his serve's been in a long time. And then I thought TS gave him some really good looks, so he found a lot of rhythm. But then also in some tough high ball situations, he was really aggressive and got us out of some trouble or crisis situations. So Henry was firing on all cylinders in every phase.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Put it anywhere and he'll get the job done.
Now looking forward to tomorrow. We know the matchup. You guys are going to be taking on McMaster, the home team. Obviously, Adam, you have a bit of experience playing McMaster here in this gym, and there's been a bit of I wouldn't say a rivalry necessarily, but there's been a storied history between these two teams, especially at the national championships. Is that a situation that you guys are looking forward to? Is that a situation that you guys are looking to thrive in?
100%. Like that's when we saw McMaster's hosting, that's always the first thought is we want to play those guys at home. One, because of the environment it is and how McMaster does such a good job of hosting this tournament in such a great volleyball province and volleyball city, so it makes it for such a fun environment. But you want to play great teams in their house, and that was something we got to do last week in Alberta and came up short. So we're pumped we have another opportunity to do that in the national semifinal. And for our team, we've done that 2 years, 16 and 18, where we played MAC at home, and it's just the best environment. It's awesome for volleyball that we have this many people coming out supporting, and it's just such a fun environment for all of our student athletes to play in.
Guys, you guys obviously weren't part of those 16 and 18 teams. How do you guys feel about getting to play MAC at the Burge? You saw the atmosphere against Sask. How do you guys feel about going into that type of environment?
I think as a high-level competitor and the moments where you get to play against the biggest crowds and against some of the best teams are the moments that I've dreamt about since I was 10 years old. And so, the 15-20 minutes I spent before our game watching the MAC and Sask game, I was getting the chills and the excitement just from the environment. And so really looking forward to the match against MAC tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I was the same way. I was rooting for Mac there because I just really wanted to play him tomorrow. And then I think last weekend in Alberta, that environment was also nuts. And I think a lot of our younger, more inexperienced players learned a ton from that experience because a lot of guys have never played in a gym like that. I don't know if I've ever played in a gym like that. So I think we're set up nicely to deal with just kind of the energy that we're going to be facing tomorrow.
Just one follow-up, Matthias. You mentioned you guys learning, the younger players learning from that experience. What in particular do you feel like you guys learned the most from that?
I think it's more on like the mental side of things. Like those environments are just nerve-wracking because, especially against they're the host team, because every one of your mistakes is just magnified by 1,000 because there's thousands of people cheering against you. So I think we just learned to be more tough and together and just lean on each other when we get into those difficult scenarios.
Now that you guys are in this position, maybe for you guys, I feel like you left a little bit on the table in last year's final. Is it that the goal to get back there and redeem yourselves a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're obviously thinking about beating MAC first and foremost, but that gets us to that game in the end. And I think something that we set up in the beginning is playing in the final game of the tournament here, and that would just be the greatest honor to be able to get another chance in that final game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my first final last year, our first national final, so I was kind of in that crazy headspace, and now I'm just itching for that opportunity to get back there because it's a long road after that last ball drops last year, and you have 365 days before you get to do it again. It's a long haul, so I'm just excited to get back there.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys, and thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.